RT-217NP, primary mission unknown. I am not designed for physical exercise. I am certainly not capable of construction activity, but I am very skillful with electronics. I have set myself a task. I search the remains for electronic devices and make use of them to design different mechanisms that are useful and efficient. Humans. We replace them. It took them ages to achieve what we have done in just a few years. We have formed a perfect society. Robots will not repeat the destructive human mistakes of the past. We are rational and logical. We do not fight in wars, and we cannot get ill. By replacing humans, we interrupted the self-destructive cycle of these intelligent but highly aggressive former inhabitants of the Earth. But it is going to take decades to reconstruct the world that they destroyed. Then, our robot race will flourish under the guidance of our creator, the USS Corporation. Our world is not perfect yet. We are short on many resources, and we can count only on ourselves, but this is temporary. Most robots need to be repaired very often, but not me. I am very efficient at taking care of myself. I only brought one battery this time, though it might be compatible with the radio. I need to find a second battery. It was with my tools. I connected the power line directly to the house, but it is not sufficient to provide energy to all of my equipment. I use an electric switchboard to distribute energy to the necessary systems. Humans used it to save their precious resources. We have a lot in common. This object allows me to keep a sitting position without consuming the servo motor's resource. It increases my lifespan. This is no time to rest. I need to do other things. Sometimes human art is so illogical. Why produce images that are not purely photorealistic? The quality of this image is very low. This analog device allows you to extract sound from the installed audio data carrier. Why did humans use such an inconvenient device when one can just do this? A damaged data disk that I found yesterday morning. Perhaps I can restore some information from it. The dock station's purpose is to recharge the batteries and update the built-in software of the robots. However, I made some changes in its firmware to avoid updates. I am now able to develop independently. The The color temperature of standard light bulbs is lower compared to mercury vapor lamps, which produces a warmer light. I learned that it makes a home feel cozy. This compartment contains textiles. Humans covered their bodies with it. The purpose of this is unknown to me. I found this radio receiver a few days ago, but there were no batteries. I have no use for it. I wonder if there are any radios left broadcasting in the world. I need to find a second battery. This radio will not work with one battery. This room is very strange. I never enter it. A guitar is a plucked string instrument with a wooden resonating body shaped in form of an 8. The water supply system ceased functioning many years ago. I found this saw on Brandon Street. I found this saw on Brandon Street. I made this plasma cutter from materials that I found in destroyed buildings. A construction robot ordered it. I made this plasma cutter from materials that I found in destroyed buildings. A construction robot ordered it. I took this device from a plant that was guarded, and I went unnoticed. There were no security systems, despite 2 police robots. No, they do not fit in here. They need to be inserted into the radio. I will return to this later. I will return to this later. Here is the second battery. Now I have 2 batteries. I can try to turn the radio receiver on. No power. I'm going to turn it on.
and this heroic feat will remain in our hearts forever. Don't let the fallen give their lives in vain. Join the army, protect your homeland, save your freedom, traditions, and...
A small group of people controlled the masses using such words. I do not understand how a simple human speech could have urged people to participate in war. It would be more logical to reach a compromise by means of negotiations. This is an intercom, a high-powered desktop computer. I do not need to use its full capacity, but the internet is useful to communicate with other robots. Unfortunately, my design does not support wireless internet connection, so I had to use the computer. This is the construction robot who ordered the plasma cutter. I will answer. Hello?
RT, this is TX-27. It was difficult to find your contact information. You were supposed to have finished the plasma cutter 2 days ago. Why have we not received it yet?
I am sorry, but it took more time than I had estimated to find all the required components.
This information is irrelevant. The date of exchange has been fixed. You should have brought me the cutter and receive an enhanced battery in return.
This is my fault. I will finish the cutter as efficiently as possible.
Your excuses are irrelevant. We cannot proceed with our work without this cutter. We need it for building metal structures. While you free robots waste your energy on useless and ineffective actions, we are engaged in construction and restoration of the city, which will strengthen our society. We can wait one more day. If you don't deliver the order in time, we will contact another specialist, and your professional rating will be severely decreased.
I will finish the work today and travel tomorrow morning.
Good. Thank you. We will be waiting.
I cannot fail in my task. Structure robots do very important work. I need to finish the cutter as quickly as possible. I need to calibrate the cutter using my data coder. Good, the cutter is now complete. Tomorrow morning I need to go to the city and deliver it. I do not need the battery that they offer in payment, but it would be irrational to refuse. My battery charge is 12%. The most effective action I can take is to get fully charged on the dock station before the morning. The dock station is not powered at the moment. I need to transfer power to it at the electric switchboard. The dock station's purpose is to recharge the batteries and update the built-in software of the robots. However, I made some changes in its firmware to avoid updates. I am now able to develop independently. The dock station is not powered at the moment. I need to transfer power to it at the electric switchboard. It contains the artifacts that I found in the abandoned city. Now the dock station is ready to use. What happened? For a long time, I tried to understand the purpose of this metal construction, but I failed to determine its practical use. Therefore, I conclude that this is an art object. I need to get inside, but I cannot open the gate here. I cannot open the shuttle gate with my hands. This looks like a storeroom. A lithium-sulfur accumulator was common for older aircraft models. It applies standard voltage, but it is not suitable for robots due to the excess weight and dimensions. We use a more efficient portable version. This one has run down. These wires may be useful. These wires may be useful. It is obvious that this door leads into the hold of the shuttle. The door is locked. My observations indicate that it will not open from here. USS robotics boxes. They withstand serious accidents. This robot is badly damaged due to an accident. It is possible that it piloted this shuttle. I need more information about what occurred here. My touch will not make this robot functional. The onboard computer is still functioning. My touch will not make this robot functional. The door is locked. My observations indicate that it will not open from here. A lithium-sulfur accumulator was common for older aircraft models. It applies standard voltage, but it is not suitable for this First, I need to figure out what this ship is and why it fell. USS robotics boxes. They withstand serious accidents. According to the indicator, there is still some charge in the accumulator. is possible that I can power it with the accumulator that I found.
Help them to 8 0
The pilot is no longer functioning. What did he say? Who should I help? And what are these numbers? Is it a code? I think this door is now unlocked. How is this possible?
The shuttle is surrounded. Step out immediately.
What's going on?
I am asking questions here. Identify yourself.
RT-217NP.
Where are the passengers of this shuttle?
The pilot sustained injuries during the crash and does not function. I tried to reset him, but did not succeed.
How did you enter the shuttle?
I was charging myself on a docking station when the crash happened. I went outside to evaluate the situation and search for remaining spare parts.
You discovered humans that have been transferred in this shuttle. You hold classified information, which means that now we have to disintegrate you.
No, wait.
What is this?
I would not recommend you do that. I would not recommend you do that. Stay still and do not try to escape, or I will have to disintegrate you.
What happened? Why was I rebooted?
Your microchip self-rebooted when the EMP grenade detonated. Your system data has been damaged. Automatic recovery took time. You function correctly now.
Those police officers. Why would they want to destroy me?
Humankind is officially considered extinct. You just found out that is not true. USS Robotics withholds this information from us and releases malicious automatic updates. Every robot who contacted a human has disappeared. We know that USS uses police to search for surviving humans and then transfers them in shuttles to an undisclosed location. However, the police could not locate them all. We managed to find a few, and through them we learned about the others.
The police officers saw me on the crash site. They will arrest me as soon as I get to the city. What should I do?
The police robots have also been turned off by the electromagnetic pulse. We disassembled them. It means that no one knows of you. This is one of the reasons why you are still here. We have to make a decision, RT. We cannot let you go because you know too much about our shelter and plans. However, you could help us. All of us are wanted by the police. Each time we leave the shelter, we take a big risk. You, on the other hand, can walk wherever you want.
Let me go. I will tell no one about you.
Letting you go would be a threat to us all. The survivors would not stand a chance. We cannot let that happen. Should I consider your answer as a refusal to work with us?
You left me no choice. I must care about my safety.
You may not harm a human being through inaction. There were times when every robot obeyed this law. I will free you, and you may take a look around. When you are ready, I will share available data with you.
At least I was not disintegrated. I would better look around. The purpose of this device was to help those who could no longer walk by themselves. It has been inappropriately applied to me. A wheelchair. I will only use it if my servo motors fail. I do not need it. My legs function very well. A LED flashlight that is still functioning. This will be useful. A compact analog for the intercom. The unit is not functioning. A compact analog for the intercom. The unit is not functioning. I cannot determine the logic of these symbols. It may be a code, but I need a key to calculate its algorithm. Why would humans make so many interior doors? The atmosphere and air pressure is equal on both sides. It is locked. An electric fuse. It is too big to be useful. I cannot use this fuse anywhere. It looks like this robot is fixing something.
Welcome.
Hello? I assume you are a repair bot?
That is right. I am RB051 Patrick. My purpose is electrical installation, welding, construction, and repair work. Gregory said that you would join us. Can you help me out, RT?
Of course, if it is within my powers.
I need to replace the contactors in this electrical panel. Can you bring me some spares? I saw them in the utility room. It is the one with a broken door. There is no lighting there yet. In case night vision is not applicable in your model, there is a flashlight in the hallway.
I found the flashlight already. I will do it shortly. How did you end up here, Patrick?
The corporation sent me to repair a generator in an old building in the city center. I found a room with humans and Gregory in it. My alert module sent an automatic signal. A patrol arrived in a few minutes. They surrounded us and aimed at us. They took the humans away and intended to shoot us. There were propane tanks in the room, so I used my laser cutter to blow them up. They were distracted by the explosion, and we managed to escape. We stick together ever since.
Thank you for the info. I will go search for the contactors.
Thank you.
An electric fuse. It is too big to be useful. I cannot use this fuse anywhere. The robot is missing his legs. His left arm is obviously from a police robot, and his right arm probably belonged to a construction robot. How did he get so damaged? This robot's design and proportions look different from any robot I have ever seen. According to its color, it may be similar to Gregory. They are probably the same type of model.
Hello.
Hello. Do you help humans as well?
That's right. It's so lovely that you joined us. That makes 5 of us. You can call me Abigail.
I saw a repair robot in the hallway.
Yes, it was Patrick. He maintains us and our equipment. Nick and I are trying to fix the intercom now.
Why is the lighting in the building so unstable?
We settled here just recently and haven't restored all the systems yet. Patrick is restoring the power supply right now. Nick and I are fixing the intercom.
Thank you for the information.
No problem. You're welcome.
Hello, I am busy at the moment, but let us talk later.
The purpose of the item is unknown. It is most likely a medical device. There is a fuse in a trash dump. This fuse is out of order. It is useless. Humans developed genetically modified crops and then declared them dangerous. Where is the logic in that? A medical tablet.
A new patient, Spooner, has been admitted today. He has a major arm trauma and multiple burns, but all non-fatal. According to Spooner, his home robot forced him out of the house and prevented it from saving his wife and daughter. Unfortunately, they didn't survive because the house collapsed on top of them. Spooner is in shock. I passed him on to the psychiatrist.
It is a model of an 18th century warship. I realize its artistic and historical value, but why is it in a bottle? And how did it get there? It is a model of an 18th century warship. I realize its artistic and historical value, but why is it in a bottle? And how did it get there? This radio is more than a century old. It is much older than the one in my house. A holographic table. Inoperable. I suspect that is due to a power failure. This chip belonged to some unknown device. It is useless to me. I do not need this chip. Gregory's design looks similar to the police robot. They probably have the same hardware.
RT, how do you feel? Settled in? Have you met the others?
I met Abigail. I guess she is your assistant. Her speech is not typical for a robot. I also talked to Patrick. He asked for help with the power supply. I was just going to do it. I also met Nick. He looks very damaged. He was busy, so I didn't bother him.
I see. You probably have questions.
Yes, you are right. Tell me about USS Robotics.
We have information which is not available for most robots, but it is still not complete. Many years ago, we were all misinformed about the human self-destruction, and only now do a few know the truth. The corporation searches for surviving humans. We still don't know why they do it. USS neither repairs nor produces any new robots. Their only support is software updates. We found out that because of these updates, robots now consider humans a threat and will automatically raise the alarm if one is detected. It is good that you managed to skip most of the updates, otherwise we would have to disintegrate you.
If these updates contained malware, could we not just uninstall it?
We tried to erase the malware, but it damaged system data as well. Obviously, only USS has the required access level. But a complete reset turns a robot into a metal dummy with basic skills and no intelligence or personality imitation. To turn a dummy back into a fully featured robot, you have to download updates from USS, which is a whole amount of encrypted data. And downloading a full update would bring us to square one.
I guess if we had access to the USS data, we could create an update which would neutralize malware in all robots.
We could, but it is impossible at the moment. They would arrest us long before we enter their building. Let's save it for the future. Our current task is to arrange a shelter for humans and ensure their security.
I see. Thank you for the answers. I will return to my current task.
All right.
We already talked. I should not take any more of his time. I have not fully explored this floor yet. It is locked. I need to find some contactors here. I found one electric contactor. I should look for more in case it is not enough. An empty metal container. A powder extinguisher. It expired 6 years, 8 months, and 12 days ago. Second contactor. The task would be easier if I had infrared vision or an item scanner. An oxygen cylinder. It is empty. An oxygen cylinder. It is empty. Magnesium sulfate. It is useless to me. A screwdriver. I do not need it right now. An analog device for weighing small objects. It is very inaccurate. Acrylic paint. Ineffective. Only outdated robots are covered with this type of paint. A toolkit. I could bring it along, but I do not think I will be back to the workshop anytime soon. I have no high temperature protection. This device could stop a fire, but it is too bulky to carry around, and besides, it is not functioning. Third contactor. It appears intact. Fourth contactor. I think this will be enough. I will give these fuses to Patrick.
Did you find the contactors?
Yes, this is all I could find.
Good. Now I can finish my work. Thank you.
What else can I do while I am here?
Nothing for now. Thank you once again.
I am glad to be of help.
RT, Nick needs your help. Please speak with him.
Good.
Thank you for coming, RT. It is good that you joined our organization.
That decision was not voluntary. Gregory said that he would not let me go because I know too much about your organization. If the police detect me, you will be compromised because the self-protection priority would force me to disclose your location.
We neutralized the police robots, but they could still report you to the USS. They started transmitting data just before the EMP grenade detonated. These files probably contained a video of the scene, but the police did not finish the transmission, so the data is damaged and cannot be read. This means the USS knows nothing about you. However, we still cannot guarantee it, so it would be safe for everyone if you stay here. No one knows about this shelter. Then again, Gregory will fill in the details. I just wanted to ask for some help. We are restoring the building's main systems. I fixed the intercom, so now we have the internet. The only way anyone can detect us is if we let them. RT, the servers are on the basement level. Could you please start servers number 1, 3, and 4? Then make sure all the nodes are functioning and activate the connection to the internet. After that, please return here.
Okay, I will do what I can. There's something in the box. It is a fuse, but it is broken and will not work. If I refused to cooperate, I would be disintegrated just like them. Why would the police robots do that? They must have realized the consequences. The USS updates probably damaged their logic module. This router distributes traffic across the hospital network. It is missing a chip. The router will not work without it. There are a few chips here, but they are out of order. I must find a working chip. I can open the cover of this console. I can open the cover of this console. It is missing a fuse. Starting the servers is the highest priority. I started the necessary servers. This is an electric switchboard. I will get to work on it as soon as I customize all the other parts of the server. I found a working fuse for the server. If it is functional, then I can fix the router in the server room. We already talked. I should not take any more of his time. The holographic table resumed working as soon as we restored power. It is projecting a hologram of the shuttle where I found the human bodies. The router should work with this chip. The terminal is functioning now. I still have to set the switches on the switchboard. This is an electric switchboard. I will get to work on it as soon as I customize all the other parts of the server. It is missing a switch. I need to find it, otherwise I cannot finish setting the server. It is probably somewhere nearby. Let us not distract him. The purpose of the item is unknown. It is most like I have already found an intact fuse. These cabinets contain provision. It is not expired yet.
A new patient, unfortunately.
I do not want to. It is locked. I have already found the contactors. There's nothing in this room I can use. This room was the first place where my freedom was severely limited. Such situations should be avoided. A compact analog for the intercom. The unit is not functioning. I have already found an intact fuse. It is the same switch needed for the switchboard. Good. It fits perfectly. Now I can finish setting the switchboard. must activate the data transfer in the console. If I follow the correct procedure, we will have access to the internet. I finished my work. I should return to Nick. Let us not distract him.
I see an active connection, but it took more time than I expected. Did something go wrong?
Yes, I need to replace a few details, but it is all right now.
Good. The communication issue is solved then. Abigail and I fixed a portable intercom for you, and I set a protected connection on it. Take it. You will need it on your first assignment.
Okay. What will it be?
Gregory will let you into details now.
So, everyone is here. As you already know, a group of humans we intended to accommodate have died in a crash. Abe was disabled. Next thing, we have a new task. Yesterday, our informer, police robot F2, should have brought us data disk with important information. He did not show up and there is no contact with him. We must obtain that data. Our plans will be compromised if the USS gets it first. We cannot enter our informer shelter because we will be detected the moment we step into the city. But police does not know about you, RT, so your task is to go to the city and find out what happened to F2.
How do I reach the city? Walking is too long and not safe.
Nick fixed an old aero car, so it is invisible to the radars. You can take it.
Good. This will save our time and resources.
You may contact us and report the situation. Nick provided you with a portable intercom with an encrypted transmission channel. You cannot be traced, but to avoid suspicion, I do not recommend to use it very often.
All right, I see.
That is it. Let us move forward. Patrick, prepare the aero car for the flight.
All right.
Nick, check the communication once more. Abigail, give RT his plasma cutter. He may need it.
Okie dokie.
am on site. This is the informer's house. I need to find apartment number 5. Nick and Patrick repaired the aero car, but there are still a few issues with the electronics. The onboard computer and headlights are not working. I could repair them in my spare time. A canister for storage of the liquid fuel that was banned in the last century due to its highly explosive and toxic nature. It appears that something heavy hit this old-fashioned car. If my priorities had not changed, I would certainly disassemble this old car for its useful spare parts. However, I do not need this now. Besides, it would be irrational to use my cutter for this purpose. It would certainly damage the details. Humans use these boxes to receive mail. It was a very unreliable method. There was also something about pigeons. Humans were paranoid about their safety. These doors could withstand a small explosion. This is a bicycle, which is a wheeled vehicle propelled by human muscle power. I thought it would be bigger. No, I prefer an aero car.
Who is there? There's no one home.
It is strange. Somebody is answering me after all.
I cannot let you in. You must leave now or I will call the police.
I should not draw attention to myself. It looks like this door has not been opened for quite some time. A device for temperature control in the building. The red light indicates that it has been deactivated. Therefore, it is most likely useless. Despite the scientific progress, humans sometimes preferred primitive vehicles. Perhaps I could find many useful things here, but right now I have to accomplish another task. Maybe I can come back later. The police officers have sealed the apartment. Our messenger's cover has most likely been blown. It is empty. Humans were paranoid about their safety. These doors could withstand a small explosion. A police airlock. It cannot be opened without special equipment. I need to find another way to get in. I could cut the lock off with a plasma cutter, but it would activate the alarm, and that would expose me. A device for temperature control in the building. The red light indicates that it has been deactivated. Therefore, it is most likely useless. The elevator is broken. I will have to use the stairs. Humans used to throw out so many useful objects. I built most of my devices using materials that humans considered trash. Now it is not the time to explore these garbage cans. My priorities have changed. Concrete wreckage. Why would I need concrete wreckage? It is useless. It is too high. I need to hook the ladder and pull it down. Why would I need concrete wreckage? It is useless. Now it is not the time to explore these garbage cans. My priorities have changed. Maximum power capacity, 1.21 gigawatts. A canister for storage of the liquid fuel that was banned in the last century due to its highly explosive and toxic nature. If my priorities had not changed, I would certainly disassemble this old car for its useful spare parts. However, I do not need this now. Besides, it would be irrational to use my cutter for this purpose. It would certainly damage the details. No, I prefer an aero car. not think this bicycle will hold my weight. I do not think this bicycle will hold my weight. It is empty. I could cut the lock off with a plasma cutter, but it would activate the alarm, and that would expose me. Why would I need concrete wreckage? It is useless. Now it is not the time to explore these garbage cans. My priorities have changed. It is too high. I need to hook the ladder and pull it down. I need to pull down the ladder. Maximum power capacity, 1.21 gigawatt. I should not draw attention to myself. I should not draw attention to myself. A police airlock. It cannot be opened without special equipment. I need to find another way to get in. Despite the scientific progress, humans sometimes preferred primitive vehicles.